All right, people. It is Friday morning. Um, I just got through going through some tutorials and tweaking my microphone a little bit. Uh, I wasn't quite liking how it was sounding, so I decided to go through there and tweak it a little bit and try to make it sound a little bit more professional. Um, Now, as far as to my ear, of course, I'm listening to it through the headphones, so um, I don't know how much difference is going to be, between that and listening to it on the computer. But I thought it sounded a lot better. Let me know what you think. Leave some comments, you know. And does it sound any better than it did? I think it does myself. Um, I think it captures my voice a little bit better than it was before because I was sounding a little too squeaky when I was listening to my videos, and it's really not how I sound in real life. So, I'm not Mickey Mouse. But anyway, so I just wanted to catch you up with some things. I'm going to be trying to take off here before too long. Right now, my vehicle is not running. So I'm praying that somehow Lord would make a way for me to get it fixed because the little bit of money that I have coming in, I don't have. It's been needing an oil change for 3 months. Keeps coming up with the little message on there saying oil change required, but I haven't had the money to do it. So, yeah, I did buy a new computer, but the money that people sent me was designated for that. And I really felt that I needed that. My next order of business is I need to, number one, get my vehicle fixed because there's no way that I can get down to Arizona. And the reason that I bought property down in Arizona is because it was the cheapest route to go. With my medical problems, it makes it very, very hard for me to work a second job. My only income is Social Security, which is not a whole lot. And so I had to come up with a plan that would allow me to live. And so I was able to buy 2 acres of property down in Arizona for $4,500. So I'm with payments of $130 a month, which compared to rent, that's a lot cheaper. Now, I'm going to have to camp on the property. And I think I can only stay there 30 days, then I'm going to have to move and go camping on some BLM lands or whatever. But that is right now, that's the only way that I'm going to be able to afford to live without having any extra income. I've been trying to find a way to make money online, honestly. And so far it hasn't really worked out. So, and if you want to help me out with helping to get my vehicle fixed and stuff, I don't, want to be a beggar, but I've got to do something. I've been trying to get the money from my sister. I mean, the money that Mom left us is all 3 of ours, but since Mom didn't think I was going to be around here since I was living in another state, she made my sister, who was about half nuts. Actually, both of them are. And for some reason, she's got this in her mind that it's her money, and it's not. It's all 3 of our money. There's 3 of us. So I don't know. I don't want to have to go to court over it and stuff like that. But, I need the money to be able to get my vehicle fixed. They want me out of the house, which I want to be out of the house. I want us to be able to sell it and get the money out of it. And then once we get the money out of the house and split up all the money that Mom left us, then I should be okay and be able to I want to put one of those dome homes on that property down there. But until then, I'm just going to have to be camping. So, and of course, I can only do that during the summer because the area in northern, like east of Flagstaff, about 140 miles. And so during the winter, it gets like it is here, very cold. And I do not have a winter tent. Nor do I want to camp in the winter, so In that instance, I'll probably be heading south, like towards Phoenix down in there. My best friend bought a house down there. My best friend Mark, who lives up the street from me here, also has a house in Surprise, Arizona. So be down there, but it's about a 4-hour drive from where I live to where he lives. So anyway, that's my plan. But, my sister's, well, we need to get the house sold and da-da-da. Well, okay, I need the money to get my vehicle fixed. I'm not going to just go out and be on the street. You know what I mean? I mean, that's not feasible. It's not fair. But, for some reason, of course, my sisters live together. You know how it is when you've got, two people together. Like, if you have two people, they get along fine. If you have three people, you always have two that team up against one. Of course, they live together, and they're always, both of them have been in mental institutions. And so it's been a very, very frustrating process. And I've told them, I said, look, I need the money to get my vehicle fixed. I'm not going to be able to go anywhere until that happens. So if you want me out of the house, if we want to be able to sell the house, you need to give me the money. What are you whining about? Copper's looking at me. I don't know. You do that whenever I get on the microphone, don't you? What, you want to say something? This is your podcast too. You want to say something? He's just looking at me. I think he thinks he's going to get a TREAT is what he thinks. Yeah, that's what you think, huh? So anyway, that's where I'm at right now. It's very frustrating. Compound that with, I've been trying to produce content for everybody that, that they do like, and that obviously has not worked very well. So I'm kind of at the point where I'm just throwing my hands up in the air and it's like, what do I do? It was going well for a while, then all of a sudden it just kind of like, and I just can't keep producing Kiely videos, people. That seems to be the only ones that people are interested in. And that's just, I think, in my own personal opinion, is I put good content on my channel. Now, apparently the people who watch my channel don't think so, but I think I put good content out. I think my Bible lessons are good. I think even my comedy stuff, a lot of people like. A lot of people don't. It's like, whatever. Okay. But, I'm really frustrated right now. I'm just kind of, I don't know. But, excuse me. But I have started 2 new channels. I'm not going to be doing a whole lot on this one anymore because I'm not getting any responses. So it's like, why waste my time? I get 20 views and 2 comments, for something that's taken me, like the other day, it took me all day by the time I got the video processed, I got it uploaded. It took a long time. It took a long time putting it together because I had to gather all my resources and stuff. I put a lot of work into it, and, I get 2 comments. So, that's not worth the time and effort to me. You need to get, the ROI. We always talk about return on investment, and to me, if I'm not reaching a lot of people, if nobody's watching what I'm putting out there, I don't need to put it out there just for myself. I already know what I'm going to say. You know what I mean? So anyway, I didn't really mean to start venting this morning, but it's just kind of like how it's gone. But I do want you to know that I have started 2 new channels. One is basically a Bible channel. It's called Bible Basics. That's the name of the channel, Bible Basics. And I have put some of my videos that I put on there on this channel. I'm going to just be putting them on that channel from now on. I might every once in a while, if there's something really good, I might put it on this channel, but I think for the most part, I'm just going to put it on, that channel. I did take someone's suggestion and I started another channel that is a true crime channel. Okay, I don't want this one was started as a music channel, and I think that's pretty much just what I'm going to use it for. I might put some little shorts on here and stuff, but I need to be able to work on my music. I don't know how much time I'm going to have to do that. With everything else that I have to do, it's going to be kind of tough. But yeah. But anyway, my other channel, my true crime channel that I started, it's called Ultimate True Crime. And I put up my first video yesterday. It was about a 11-year-old girl whose family went on a trip, supposed to have been a around the world trip for a year that they planned. The captain that they hired to captain the yacht turned out to be a scoundrel. He ended up killing his own wife, which is pretty much thought to be the reason for the trip itself and why he volunteered for the trip, because he wanted to collect the insurance money on his wife. He ended up killing her, and he ended up killing this girl's family. This girl was 11 years old. For some reason, he did not kill her. He actually gave her the opportunity to be rescued. Anyway, through various circumstances, she ended up on this little raft that was barely a raft, blow up, what they call it, a glide. And the bottom of it is a net. Anyway, if you want to look up my channel, it's Ultimate True Crime, and it has that video on it. There's another one I might put on there today. I just depends. I've got so much to do today. I doubt I'm going to have time. Probably won't be able to put it on there until tomorrow. But it's going to be a good story, too, about a girl who went camping with this guy, ended up missing, and for whatever reason, the guy's never been charged with anything, so which I don't understand. But anyway, that one will probably be out either later today. It just depends on how much time I have. I've got a lot to do today. So anyway, and what I've tried to do is go through and pick interesting stories. A lot of them are historical, not current. The video that I put up yesterday, this actually occurred in 1961. But it's, I think, a very interesting story, and that's what I'm trying to do, is try to find things that are interesting for people that they might enjoy watching, that are interesting. There will be some current things on there. In fact, I will probably make a video about Kiely and put it on there. Maybe take kind of a synopsis of everything that I've gone over in my other videos on this channel about her. And we'll wait and see. You know, at some point I plan on doing that, but you know, I don't want that to be the main focus of what I'm doing on that channel. I want it to be a variety of things, all dealing with true crime. That's all it's going to cover, is true crime. There may be some current things on there as I run across them, but it has to be something that really interests me. You know, it has to be something that kind of, it's kind of like with the Kiely situation. That's just something that, you know, the only reason I got involved with that was because I started watching, you know, I started kind of binging on AWP videos. And I was watching all these recovery videos and found it very interesting. And then I came across the Kiely video, and that one really tugged at my heartstrings because, you know, as soon as Nick Wren came out of the water and said, "Looks suspicious to me," I'm like, yeah, this doesn't sound right. And so I kind of got into that one full bore because, you know, it's like, you know, she obviously didn't drive in there herself. And whoever it was that killed her needs to be brought to justice. And they need to pay for their crimes. And that I still will not give up until that happens. It may never happen, but if that's the case, then we just never give up. The thing is, I think that as long as we keep her name out there, and that's what I tried to do with that last little video. It was only a 2-minute video, but that's all I want to do is just keep reminding people. And I know a lot of you are not forgetting about her, but a lot of people have. It appears, because you just don't. There are some people who are still using her as a means to get money. They're still using her as a means to get clicks because they know that people are still invested. I mean, whenever I do a Kiely video, I get hundreds of views. And my other videos might get 20, 25. But when I do a Kiely video, it's like over 1,000 views, 1,300 views. So there are people still, but that seems to be the only thing that people care about as far as watch my channel. So, and I can't keep doing Kiely videos all the time. But I still think it's important that once in a while we do something that, keeps her memory afloat in people's minds. Because, I don't want the people who are responsible for that, I don't want them to ever feel comfortable. I want them to feel very uncomfortable. I want them to be worried. Because I really feel that somebody is going to come forward and is going to tell the truth. Now, that may not be for years to come. But I think at some point, the truth is going to come out. And whoever was responsible is going to go to prison. Whether it's one person, whether it's two persons, whether it's a group of people, there are people out there who know what happened. And if you're one of those people and you happen to be listening to this, I know you probably laugh at the fact that you are going to stand before God and give an account. But whether you believe it or not does not change the fact that you will. That is a fact. You will stand before God and give an account. If you know what happened, you have a responsibility. You have a moral responsibility. Both to God and to Kiely. To come forward. I mean, these people over there, they've been covering up crap for years. They've been covering up all kinds of crimes. I mean, you look at that documentary, Everyone Counts. There have been people killed, and some of them were killed by cops. There are people who saw it happen, but they would not come forward. They talked about it anonymously, saying that they saw it. But for fear, for their own safety and for their own life, they would not come forward and testify publicly. And it's a shame that people have to live in fear. It's a shame that people have to worry about repercussions for doing the right thing. We know that law enforcement over in that area is extremely corrupt. We know that they are involved in the drug trade. They're involved in other kinds of trafficking and making a lot of money off of it. We know that. But in order to do anything about it, we would have to have people come forward and be willing to testify. And so far, You have people say, yeah, I know what's going on. This is what's going on. But they want to remain anonymous. They don't want law enforcement over there to know that they know. Because they don't want to die. So it's frustrating. None of us like what's going on over there. None of us like the way they covered things up. None of us like the corruption throughout the state of California. And it goes clear up to the governor's office. I have people who were involved in government, who were involved in investigating certain people over in that area, and they've all told me. They said the governor even has a hitman. There have been agents. I was told by my one source that there have been 2 or 3 agents who were investigating people over in that area who were assassinated. I think only one of them was found. He was found out in the woods and shot. 2 others just ended up missing. But it didn't take much to figure out what happened to them. So that area over there is extremely corrupt. And I didn't even plan on getting into that at all, but it's just, it just bothers me so bad. It really does. It really, really bothers me that people are able to do the most despicable things and get away with it. And the other thing that bothers me is that nobody has the balls to go after them. I had people working with me at first, and all of a sudden, they went silent on me. People with the Department of Justice went silent. Didn't hear any more from them. I had other people over there who I emailed with and talked with frequently who went silent on me. And all this happened right about the same time. So I don't know what was said. I don't know what was done. I don't know what was monitored. But somebody over there put the kibosh on things. Now, I know who did it. I mean, I know and I don't know. I should say I suspect who did it. I don't know for sure, but I suspect, and there's no doubt in my mind, who did it. Now, I can't say because I don't have the evidence to prove it. So it would be slander for me to say that. But I know, deep down, I know who did it. I know who had the power to do it. I know who has the influence to do it and the money to do it, to control everything over there. And I think you can read between the lines and figure out what family it was without me even having to say. I think if you've followed my videos at all, and not just mine, but other people's too, but I've talked about it in a lot of my videos about the families who have power and influence over there. And I know good and well that family, because they've got big political ties, strong political ties all the way back to D.C. And so it's really an effort and futility, to be honest with you, because of all the people who are involved in this, who have power, and who are corrupt. And there's a lot of corrupt politicians, let me tell you, both state level and national level. It's all about money, people. As I've said before, show me the money. All about money. All about money. Well, even the Bible does say that the love of money is the root of all evil. Not money itself. There's nothing wrong with money. Nothing. It's the love of money. It's making money your God. It's making money your top priority. Anytime that happens, it becomes the root of all evil. That's what it boils down to. Money and power. People want power. People want money. Money gives you power. Unfortunately. The people with the money are the ones who seem to control things. Which, if that's the case, I'll never control anything. But I wish I could, because I would sure make some changes over there. I guarantee you that right now. I'd make some big changes politically. Somebody asked me one time to run for, I don't even remember what office it was. Said, you should run. And it's like, I don't have the desire. I don't want to be in politics. I hate politics. I hate discussing politics. I will not discuss politics. The only thing I will discuss is the corruption in politics. And I don't care which side of the fence you're on, whether you're Democrat, whether you're Republican, whether you're independent. Excuse me. It doesn't matter what you are. They're all, yeah, and not everybody. I mean, I'm not saying all politicians are corrupt, but I would be willing to bet you most of them can be bought off. Enough money, you can buy them off. And I would say the majority of them you can buy off. And a lot of them have been bought off. That's why we have some of the laws that we have that are ridiculous. But anyway, I'm already going on almost a half an hour, so I need to it's about 8:15. I've been up since about, what time did I get up? About 4:30, somewhere around in there. Been awake since 3, and tried to go back to sleep. Couldn't do it. Finally about 4:15 or 4:30, around in there, somewhere in there. I might have dozed off again for a couple minutes. I'm not sure. But I got up and figured, you know what? I need some coffee. So I got up, made me some coffee, made me some breakfast. I still need to go to the store, which I've got to go there on my bike and use my backpack to try to bring some groceries home, which is, ugh. Anyway, you got to do what you got to do, I guess, because I'm just about pretty much out of everything again. I don't even have a slice of bread, so I'm going to have to go to the store and try to get a few things and put them in a backpack and bring them home. Not fun, people, not fun. I don't like being old. I don't like being poor either, but yeah. All right. So I'll stop my whining or griping or bitching or whatever you want to call it. And I hope you get something out of this. I don't know. I just felt like doing a podcast, and hopefully you'll like my new design. Anyway, Copper says, hey, he's still, yeah, you heard me say his name, so it's funny. I said, Copper, and his ears go boink. Yeah, your ears go right up, don't they? Yeah, they do, huh? Yeah. I think he's looking at me like, nah, you know what I want. But he's getting too fat. Get too fat. Yeah, you're too fat. You don't need anything right now. Anyway, yeah, I got to get busy. So take care, and I'll talk to you later.